the wheels, engines speak. Tracks of fire, dust and smoke. Southern skies, the throttles choke. Fast and fierce, racing souls, tearing through the endless cold. Twisting metal, thunder growls, screams of tires, dirt that scowls. Crank it loud, boys, let it blast. Roads of fury racing fast. Southern Pride racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Every lap a rebel's dream. Gasoline, hearts and the scream. Dave and Dean crown the track. Each corner fight, ain't turning back. Crank it loud, boys, let it blast. Roads of fury racing fast. Southern Pride racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Nights alive, wheels embrace. Burn the streets, set the pace. Hours, speed's the creed. Southern Pride, racing breed. Southern Pride, racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Nights alive, wheels embrace. Burn the streets, set the pace. Hours, speed's the creed. Southern Pride, racing breed.
Yeah. Hello, everybody on a cold
Hello,
hump
folks.
day.
Oh, yeah.
Racing time again.
Oh, yeah. I wish it was.
I know. Well, it's getting closer, you know.
Yeah,
We're getting closer every day. Every time we do a show,
that's right.
things are getting closer to another racing season. So you don't have to be, frustrated too much longer. It'll show up. And
Oh, yeah.
show out. And, it's good to catch up again. We got a lot of little info. We got some pictures
Yes.
and tidbits. And I'm sure Dean's got some notes. And
Oh, yeah.
all that good stuff. We do have an update on the lawsuit. It is ongoing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
As we speak, it is ongoing.
Yes.
And some of the, some of the reactions from that trial are pretty amazing. Hello, Barry. They're just really amazing. And I've got some on the PowerPoint to look at. But, we'll get to that in a little bit. We do have a few videos we want to show short. There's one of them, I think, maybe 2 minutes. And then we will, we'll get into the PowerPoint and then Dean's notes and all that good stuff. But we're in December.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Christmas
And,
Christmas time.
Christmas time's around the corner, and we hope everybody's doing well.
Right.
You know,
Yes.
stay warm. Be thankful, if you got a roof over your head. That's a big deal.
That's right.
Pray for the country, obviously.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you there for joining us on Instagram. We see you. If you comment, we thank you for joining us. And let's get rolling, Dean.
Hey, I'm ready.
All right, let's pull her up here. And I'm having NASCAR racing withdrawal.
I am. Oh, yes. Yes.
I
Yes.
thought I would put that with your picture.
Oh,
Since,
I am. I
since
am.
you are definitely having some withdrawals.
I am.
Once again, don't forget we're an affiliate with many things. We've got a new one too, but we'll be talking about. I'm waiting for the package to come in, but always Patriot Mobile and Cornbread, and then you got Dubby with Southern Fried as the promo code, and here another one, Cornbread with the Hodge twins. These guys are great. I love watching their videos, their commercials. They give away a lot of trucks.
Oh, God.
You need to check in, at least get in and get one entry in there. You never know.
That's right.
But they got some great merch items. They love America.
You can't win. You don't win if you don't get in.
Instead of Black Friday, they call it White Friday. They crack me up. They go against the grain. They don't like nobody telling them how they're supposed to act or how they're supposed to be. They're just great guys. And then there's our lovely models for the shirts that we have. More to come on that as we kind of refab a little bit in some things. And then there's that little car I know you wanted to send
That's right. That's right.
me. You know, just getting you a little excited
Yeah.
about
Yeah. Yes.
the season
yes.
that's on the way. You know, it'll be here
Yes.
before you know it. And
Yes.
you know, maybe Chase will have a chance next year, even though it's the year of the Bubba.
Yeah. Right. Bubba hitting the wall. Derated, Bubba.
And once again, we're going to keep showing it because we're getting closer
That's right.
every day.
That's right. That's right.
And those duels and the Daytona 500, I can't wait.
Oh no.
And now that we're in December, I mean, goodness, we're just a little over 2 months
That's
away.
right. That's what I was thinking. That
That's not much.
it ain't.
2
It
months
ain't.
flies by,
Yes.
especially with holidays. You got your focus on some things.
Yes.
Next
yes.
thing you know, holidays are here.
Right. Right.
All right, we got a couple new things that Dean sent me. We've got the winter shootout going on here at live on Flow. Gateway Gossip, just some of the different dirt track images
Right.
and stuff. We're really getting into this. We're going to really cover the dirt track
Yes.
scene coming up this year or next year, 2026. I like the purses. I mean, I think, you know, there's some pretty good money up
They
for
are.
guys there.
I saw that.
And we've got, you know, racetracks from, you know, Tennessee listed there and Mississippi and Georgia and
Yeah.
West Virginia. They I've been watching a lot of video from the dirt track
Uh-huh.
up in West Virginia. They country.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Tell me about
If you
it.
think you country down here, you need to listen to what's going on in
That's
West
right.
Virginia.
That's right.
They've been cracking me up.
That's right.
But yeah, thank you, Dean, for sending those. We'll continue to put those up and advertise for these folks because we want to make sure that, hey, support the local dirt track.
That's right.
You know, you may not ever go to a NASCAR event, but you can go to a dirt track.
That's right. Right there's a grassroots of NASCAR.
That's it. They're learning their way, right?
That's it. That's it. That's
All right. And there's another. Well, I had Lucas Oil up there already, but there are some questions that were being asked here about some of the policies and stuff. You may not be able to read that, but again, these folks are. I mean, they look. It's very professional looking. I like their flyers and stuff there. They really do it up nice for the social medias, and so just get on there and look these folks up and start following them, and you'll get more than you ever thought you would.
That's right.
They do a lot of postings.
They do.
And that's cool. I like that. So, dirt in December. I like that.
That's right.
And then there's a couple of different cars.
That's right.
Good looking cars there.
That's a late model cars.
It's late model cars. There was a couple of them there, different types. We've been showing some of those. I like those.
I do too.
That one there, Maximum,
Maximum.
that looks good.
Yes.
I just like that color scheme. I think it looks really good. I don't know who the driver is. Well, it's Mike Marlar, I guess.
Yeah.
At the Gateway Dirt Nationals, it says there, but that's a good looking car.
It is.
I like that. And so
It catches your eye.
Yeah, it does. And then, another schedule here. We've got some Schaefer's here schedule. We got different raceways that are listed. North Georgia Speedway's on there.
That's right.
The Talladega short track Speedway's on there. Dixie Speedway, County Line, Needmore. We talked about it last time. Beckley. We had some of that West Virginia right there, I think it is. Sonoya. And so these different ones we've been talking about. And then confirmed 2026 O'Reilly Auto Parts Series team lineup.
Right.
What about that, Dean?
I was interested about that.
Yes. And I think it's a nice tie-in for NASCAR.
It is.
And let me tell you, NASCAR needs a nice tie-in right now.
Yeah, yes, they
Hello,
do.
Cindy. How you doing? Good to see you in here. Barry says he's been through the Dixie Speedway to Woodstock and Rome Speedway, of course,
Oh,
in
okay.
Rome. But man, we're going to show a couple videos in just a second. I just wanted to get some of that up there before we did that.
That's fine.
There's some NASCAR, and then there are some dirt tracks. I want to
Yes.
kind of get into that. And we'll do that now because I wanted to just kind of didn't want to catch them off guard. But let's go to that. And there is a little bit of dirt track in here. I think I got one video or two up or something like that.
Okay.
Let's see what we got. This is kind of mixed up. There's going to be some fighting going on,
Go for it.
car smashing,
Yes.
and car flipping, I think.
That's right.
Something like
With him,
that.
tell him calm down.
There's Buster Alton. There's Wally, and Wally says,
Oh, and the conversation continues.
Randy Pemberton is in the garage area with Derek Cope, and Derek looks to be a tad perturbed. Jimmy's going.
He somehow holds him off. Buddy Kofoid. Oh, Corey Day's upside down. Catches the left rear of the slower car. That pins him down and sends him flying.
Second season if it's up to Richard Childress, because on Monday RCR and Richard Childress put out a statement expressing their disappointment in what was said about RC between then NASCAR president Steve Phelps and NASCAR executive Brian Herbst, where they called him an idiot, they called him a stupid redneck, a total ass clown, those things. RC's not very happy about it, and instead of a hold my watch type of scenario, they decided to potentially take the legal route. They put out a statement. Let's go through it real quick. RCR and Richard Childress are deeply disappointed by the insensitive and defamatory statements made about Mr. Childress and recently surfaced text messages between NASCAR executives Steve Phelps and Brian Herbst. These comments reflect the way certain NASCAR executives have historically viewed and treated many team owners like Mr. Childress, who have devoted their lives to strengthening the sport for its fans, its sponsors, and all who compete in it. RCR and Richard Childress are equally disappointed for the NASCAR fans, with whom Mr. Childress closely identifies given his humble and hard-working background. Keep in mind he's worth like $200 million and owns a winery. Mr. Childress and the organization will issue no further statements regarding these or other defamatory text messages that have been recently surfaced, as legal action is currently being contemplated and discussed with legal counsel. So it looks like they might try to take the legal route through this, maybe through defamation. And honestly, I don't know how much that would hold up in court, or if a court would even take it, because these text messages were private, made public thanks to the discovery portion of the 2311 Racing, Front Row Motorsports, NASCAR lawsuit. So not sure how much that would stand. Bob Hawkers from Fox Sports mentioned how maybe RCR could try to connect how Austin Dillon was kicked out of the playoffs and, try to tie that back into, potentially RCR being treated differently because of how certain people in the executive team maybe viewed RCR. I think that would be a wild stretch to make there, but I guess you could try to make it if you really wanted to. Regardless, I'm interested to see how all of this plays out. Clearly, RC's not happy about it, and I get not being happy about it. It's worth noting Steve Phelps did reach out and apologize to Richard Childress before those text messages came out, but RC still not very happy about the way things went down. No mention of the Jeff Dickerson comments about that. We'll see if that also results in its own sort of defamation.
Look at this.
Yeah.
What?
42 and 21.
42. 21.
42 and 21 here on pit road. Boy, what a day. No.
He just told him, unhand me.
He's going right over to Dallenbach. Oh, and he's got problems with Wally.
Ooh, don't do that.
Jimmy Spencer.
Steve Peterson with him. Tell him, calm down.
There's Buster Alton. There's Wally, and Wally says,
Oh, and the conversation continues.
Randy Pemberton is in the garage area with Derek Cope, and Derek looks to be a tad perturbed.
Well, he certainly is. I don't know what happened, but TNN broadcaster and crew chief Larry McReynolds came back here and got into it with Derek Cope. Walked up, pushed him, and Cope was in his face, Larry was in his face, and they were fixing to go at it. And a couple of NASCAR officials stepped in. Cope said, I'm going to tear you up, and Larry walked away.
Oh, there's contact up here road between the 4-car and the 37. They're pushing the 4-car back. Mark Green is pulling into his pit stall as well. A confrontation between some of the crews, Kevin Campbell and a couple other guys that are really going at it. Very upset about this confrontation between the two cars. The officials are trying to break it up, and Mark Green is being pushed back onto the racetrack. Some definitely heated tempers right now on pit road.
Boy, Jeff Purvis is really upset. You said the tempers get short at these racetracks, and you saw Purvis. You were thinking Mark Green was blocking it. Oh, my.
Johnny Allen trying to calm down. Jeff Purvis is a little upset at this moment. So are the NASCAR officials.
just a good old boys
Oh yeah.
doing all that they can.
Right.
Oh man, we thought we'd see that this past year,
That's right.
but we didn't see that.
No,
But a view from the past. So
Oh yeah.
a little bit of dirt, a little bit of NASCAR there, a little bit of scuffling,
Yes.
hot tempers.
Oh
And,
yeah.
some of my boys had some pretty haircuts, didn't they?
Yeah,
I mean,
they
they
did.
had the curls going on. They
Yeah.
looked like race car driver.
No, they didn't.
Derek Cope, man, he had a do going on.
He did.
All right, look, this is
Oh,
interesting.
yeah.
We got a happy birthday for William Byron. Did you know Kevin Harvick and Jeff Gordon each won their first and last Cup Series race exactly 7,826 days apart? How about that?
Uh-huh.
First, Charlotte, May 29th, 1994. Last, Martinsville, November 1st, 2015. Then Kevin Harvick first, Atlanta, March 11th, 2001. And the last was Richmond, August 14th, 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Some interesting
Yeah.
stats there. I thought this was interesting too. Driver who led the most laps each
That's
season.
right.
Going back, there's Rusty way back in
Yes.
2000. Gordon, Earnhardt, of course. Gordon again. Jimmy Johnson. I was fixing to say too, I would not want to mess with though. Who was they fight with? I would not want to mess Jimmy Spencer. I would not. That's a big old boy.
Yeah.
Just how big a boy are you? I would not want to mess with that guy.
No way.
05 Tony Stewart twice in a row, and then Jeff Gordon again, and Jimmy Johnson started his amazing run of stuff.
It's Kyle Busch.
Yeah, old Kyle. That's your favorite, wasn't it?
Nah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Jimmy, Kevin, Martin Truex had a nice run there for a bit. Kevin comes in again. Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick.
Kyle Larson.
Yeah, the new boys. There's your boy, Chase
That's
Elliott.
right. That's right.
2022, 857. Kyle Larson, William Byron. And that just shows how Hendrick Motorsports is dominating
Yes.
the sport right now. And if
They
you
are.
go back and pick up, Gordon had a couple early on. That's a lot if you go back
It is.
those 25 years. He's got a significant number of those in his
He
team.
does.
That's pretty amazing. But interesting things to look at there. Now let's talk about the lawsuit.
Yes. Yes.
All right, folks, we've been talking about it for some time, and it's going on right now. I think this
Right.
is day 3.
Yes, day 3.
There was Denny Hamlin was on the stand for a while,
Yes,
3
he
hours,
was.
I heard.
Yesterday and today both.
And that's right back today. They had to change 3 jurors because they knew Michael Jordan, they said.
Right. Yes.
So they replaced them. NASCAR tried to show things where Hamlin was saying, oh, he loved the way the sport was set up and all that. But his response to that is we couldn't say anything negative.
That's right.
So, Michael Jordan has, things he's not happy about it with
Right.
it. And, he says, they're upset with how much, that the power that is at the top
Right.
with NASCAR, the tracks, the cars, everything is pretty much controlled. Drivers have the ability to move team to team.
Right.
But up top,
NASCAR owns them.
they control all that.
Right.
So they're saying it's a monopoly.
Yeah.
We've heard earlier reports that it may very well indeed be a monopoly as per some early indications. And they point to other sports.
That's right.
They have pointed to 3 different sports, I believe, one of them being the golf league. But they pointed to these other sports and said, look, you made them
That's right.
make changes. You have to have changes here. This is not right. They said that NASCAR tried to set up, I think, exclusivity deals with
They did.
tracks.
They did.
And basically, that is the model that forces the teams to have so much sponsorship to make money and win at the track.
Right.
That's why it's so hard to stay in the sport.
But NASCAR owns about 8 tracks under their name.
Yeah,
If they lose this court case, NASCAR has to sell some of those tracks.
I would believe so. It's going to come down, I think, well, one, looking at the overall model, no matter what the team signed, 13 out of 15 teams signed the deal, but they said they wouldn't. But they're going to look at that. That alone, no matter who said what, did what, or whatever, I think that'll be the deciding factor, how the revenue is shared.
Yes.
And I just feel like the courts are going to give a lot of emphasis on how much overall control that NASCAR has. That's my opinion. I don't know. There's your driver again.
That's right.
They 2311 unveiled how much it paid to NASCAR. Michael Jordan's not a happy man.
No, he ain't.
What's going on? Denny says, "I will not stop fighting for you." Says, "I'm good." And so you see a lot of these different, images from the court.
Right.
This whole incident about Richard Childress is unfortunate. Things they called him. He's going to be on the stand.
He is.
He's fired up. He's not happy. Whether he can bring any kind of defamation suits or anything. And the guy said he was sorry for what he said.
Right.
We'll see those quotes in a minute. Chris
Gabehart has left JGR. I didn't know that. Now that's a new one on me now.
I just pulled that up right before the show, so I thought I'd throw that was a throwaway.
Yeah, it is.
Right in the middle of the lawsuit talk, I said, "Oh, I got to throw that in. Let you talk."
I'm glad you did, because Chris Gabehart, that was Denny Hamlin's crew chief.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yes.
And in here we see again some tweets and stuff. Or tweets that are coming to him. He said he's been told to stay off the social medias because he's testifying and he's got to watch.
Right.
And then got a nice view of how much wins in a couple of different years that Denny has there. He carries a lot of weight in the sport.
Right.
A lot of weight.
Does.
And
I think Joe Gibbs pays him like $15 million a year.
Wow. That's amazing. And then we see some of the overall NASCAR lawsuit heats up as Denny Hamlin describes team's future risk. Denny Hamlin calls 2025 charter agreements a death certificate. And there's some really interesting language here. Hamlin told the court that the proposed 2025 charter deal would put 2311 at major risk. The athletes, that's a sports online sports entity, Jeff Gluck and Jordan Bianchi reports Hamlin calling the offer essentially my team's death certificate for the future. Quote, saying the team would not be in business if we signed this within 10 years. He argued that the current system pays teams a fixed amount instead of giving them a set share of growing media revenue, which always goes up, by the way, or it usually does. In his view, that structure benefits NASCAR and the France family, while teams continue to face rising costs each season. That's true. Hamlin also described a 2023 meeting with NASCAR chairman Jim France that left him very, very discouraged. According to Hamlin, France said the problem in NASCAR is teams spend too much money and suggested that teams should operate on around $10 million per year. I don't think that's even possible, to be honest with you.
Either.
With all the costs. Hamlin told the court that this does not match real-life team spending needs, saying, we've cut this grass so short, we're down to the dirt.
Mm.
Financial pressure takes center stage in the NASCAR lawsuit. Hamlin explained that 2311 runs on a small 2.26% profit margin. He said he owes Michael Jordan tens of millions of dollars in loans and tied to team operations and buildings. When NASCAR's attorney Lawrence Butterman asked why the teams were seeking $205 million in damages, Hamlin replied, "We want to be made whole for what you guys did to us." Ooh.
Oh.
AutoWeek's Deb Williams wrote in testimony today, Denny Hamlin said he filed the antitrust suit against NASCAR because, quote, it's time for a change. NASCAR attorney showed examples of Hamlin praising NASCAR's business model and Gen Car, including comments from the Kenny Wallace podcast. Hamlin told those comments did not reflect what he truly believes, explaining, quote, all my public comments are out of context. You give me talking points, I say it to make fans feel happy. Ouch. Racing America's Toby Christie reported a similar exchange. Quote, when pressed on why he didn't say anything negative about the next gen car or on the Kenny Wallace podcast, Hamlin said, because if he says anything negative about NASCAR, he gets a lashing. So when he speaks publicly, he delivers the positive talking points that they give him, end quote. That's some very hard language right there. It is. As we see that. And so, we'll just have to see. How long is the trial expected to last, Dean? I have
10 days. 10 days.
Oh, 10 days. Okay. So a lot of testimony is going to be going up.
Yes.
A lot of, a lot of people to go on the stand, and we'll see what defense that NASCAR puts up. As they will have last say here to defend themselves and everything else. They're going to go. Is it a jury trial or a judge trial?
It's a jury trial.
Okay, it is a.
It took 9 hours.
Oh, that's right. We just said they did. They just missed some.
That it took 9 hours to find the right jurors.
I would think that benefits NASCAR. I mean, Hamlin and the teams, because I think people would look at this as, David and Goliath, like, the way they're being done, the control they have. If they can show that model of how much debt they have and how hard it is to make profits, my opinion is I think that would go good for them. Whereas a judge might be a little more center of the road, just looking at things straight on legally. A jury may, say, hey, I know there's some parameters there of what they'll be allowed to make rulings on, but I think that plays well for them.
Well, if NASCAR, like I said, loses, they got to lose a whole lot.
Yeah.
They got to sell some tracks. They're going to have to reduce the charter system, find a new way to govern the system. There's going to be a whole lot of, for both sides, win or lose, both sides are going to have to pay a whole lot.
Oh, yeah. All right. It's time for Dean's Notes, and Dean's Notes is brought to you by our coffees. And we're redoing I'm not going to pop anything up because I'm redoing the logos and stuff. And we're now going to call the coffees the Wolf Nation Coffee. And so Barry said getting several Cybertrucks out there will be a lot of fun too. People would love to crash your Tesla. Well, the solution is simple. Let Elon Musk design the cars. He can donate some of them and they can race Teslas. Well, then if you do that, he'll have his army of robot cyborgs or whatever they are out there. There's a lot of news coming on that.
Yes.
All right, Dean, what you got, brother?
Okay, this goes along with the lawsuit. Tracks owned by NASCAR.
Okay.
Chicagoland Speedway, Darlington Raceway, Daytona International Speedway, Homestead Miami Speedway, Iowa Speedway, Kansas Speedway, Martinsville Speedway, Michigan International Speedway, Phoenix Raceway, Richmond Raceway, Talladega Speedway, Watkins Glen International.
Good grief. I mean, that's some of the biggest tracks that they go to.
That's
right. I mean, some of them the oldest track.
That's right.
That's a lot. I just don't know that NASCAR should own a track. To me, something seems hinky about that.
It does.
Because you're controlling too much.
Right.
To me, I just think that's wrong. I mean, it would be like the NFL owning all the stadiums.
Well, that's like Roger Penske owning the Indy track.
Yeah. I don't know how.
It sounds fishy.
I'm a capitalist at heart. I really am. But I don't like, somebody just getting so much control that, nobody can. I mean, basically they have to bow at their altar or they don't race. That's what it seems like to me.
That's what they're saying.
And if they don't want to, anytime that you're holding on to something that hard, you're bound to be not growing the way that you should be.
Right.
And growth makes changes. Yes, it does. And sometimes we don't like changes.
Right.
But sometimes change is necessary to move a sport forward. I'm not saying massive changes. But NASCAR holds what those changes are.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, entirely. There's no say-so of change, and I think the drivers should have more say-so in the cars.
I think so.
So anyway.
I mean, it's like the NASCAR got their thumbprint on everything.
Yeah. I'm not against the France family.
No.
They deserve the legend status they have for building what they built, but I just think it's too much control.
It is.
Not saying they should lose it all.
No.
They have a financial stake as well, and they deserve it. But it's just too much control.
I don't think that when they started NASCAR some odd years ago, it was supposed to be this big.
No, I don't think they ever envisioned, a lot of people never would have envisioned it got to where it's at, but it's, we'll just have to see what happens out of this. And then what's going to happen, folks, real quick before Dean continues, if NASCAR loses, they're going to file appeals, and we'll probably be 2 or 3 or 4 years maybe.
That's right.
Before this. So 2026, probably will see no change whatsoever.
Right. No,
Maybe
you
the
won't.
next couple of years.
You won't.
Because they will file big appeals
Yeah.
in higher courts
Yes.
than this court.
Yes.
And of course, if they win, then I'm sure appeals will be trying to be filed the other way.
Right. It will be.
But that's what's going to happen. And a heck of a lot of money is going to be spent on lawyers through this thing. And
Yes.
the expense of court. So this is a big deal.
Oh yeah.
And if hello there, how you doing? But it's good to see all of you in here tonight. Go
That's
ahead,
right.
Dean. I don't mean to take away
No,
from your
you're
notes.
fine. You're
This
fine.
is a massive
It
deal
is. It is.
that we have not seen.
We've never seen this.
We've never seen this kind of spotlight on NASCAR
No.
before, and everything rides on it.
It has put a bad light on NASCAR itself.
It really has, and those unfortunate communications. It's bad that when you talk about I got my voice back a little bit. It's bad when they're calling people names
Right.
that got out, and that, by the way, folks, that's what happens.
Right.
If you once you put something in an email or a text or
yes.
anything like that, if a lawsuit ever happens, Discovery, you have to turn all that over.
Yes. Yes.
So be very careful what you send to people.
Right.
If you get sued or you
It's
sue them,
evidence.
it doesn't matter who does the suing. The lawyers are going to come get all of that
Right.
information. And when you were mad, like this guy says, I shouldn't have said that. I was mad.
Right.
When you're mad and you send that little text or that little
That's
email
right.
and say,
That's right.
blah, 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 blah,
Uh-huh.
that could be on the front page of the New York Times
Yes.
or the
yes.
Washington Post.
Yes. Yes.
So anyway.
Yes. I agree with you. You're right. It could get lost. It could emails do get lost sometimes.
Well, that could get you put in jail too, if they know you lost it.
Well, some people's lost the emails.
Well, they say if it's online, it's never gone, and it's always out there.
You know where I'm going.
I know.
I'm not mentioning names.
Well,
Okay, here's another side note. Red Bull Energy will serve as a primary sponsor for Trackhouse Racing. Zenich will sport the colors at Daytona 500 for February 15th. Connor Zenich will be the youngest driver at 19 to drive for Red Bull since Zoe Logano in 2009 and 18. Shane Van Gisbergen will be in Red Bull at Echo Park Speedway, Atlanta, since 2026, February 22nd. Shane Van Gisbergen, Red Bull, number 97. Connor Zenich, Red Bull, number 88. Shane Van Gisbergen became the fastest driver to win 5 Career Cup Series wins since Dan Gurney in 1968.
wow.
Connor Zenich tied Sam Hurd and Nora Gregson with 10 victories in the Xfinity Series.
Yeah, Connor Zenich has got the possibility, I think, to be
Right.
really big in the sport.
He does.
He's already shown it at lower levels. He'll have some learning curves. Obviously, he's raced some there, but this is going to be a big year. And hopefully, here's what I hope. I hope that we get past the lawsuit.
Yes.
And it kind of blends to the background. It'll be talked about.
Oh, yeah.
But going into Daytona, you don't need the conversation
No.
to be all about lawsuits.
No.
They'll mention it because they got to fill programming, and it's a big deal. They should. But we got all these great young drivers.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the Larsons, the Byrons, the Chase Elliott's, the Connor Zenich, and you can
Right.
go on and on.
Right.
The sport is very healthy in new talent, existing and new talent. There is no shortage of that. It seems as though the advertising dollars are coming back around.
Right.
The teams, although they want some more money, they're running on a narrow profit margin, maybe some of them, but there's a lot of money to be had, a lot of money out there. And slowly, not all the tracks, but tracks are starting to fill up again.
That's right.
Now, there were some that were a little small last year.
But this could make the attendance go downhill.
It could. If this goes against the drivers, because let's face it, probably a lot of fans are for the drivers.
Right.
I would think. because they've rapped about the France family for years.
Right.
And the control that they have had
Right.
and decisions they have made
That's
for the
right.
sport, which is what drove away a lot of the fans in the first place.
It is.
So I would say the fans mostly are wanting this be a win
Right.
and chip away some of that power they have. I think having to sell most of the tracks, or if not all of them, that would be great and a good first start to get some things going.
Another track they own, I forgot, the NASCAR Speed Park up in Gatlinburg.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Well, I learn something every week.
It's a amusement park / go-kart racetrack.
Barry says he's been looking for some cyborg parts myself. I understand, brother. Yes, she did lose a whole bunch of emails, and nobody did question that. We won't dip into politics too much.
No, but I just started.
There are exceptions. One day when we're all dead, they'll find out. Hey, look at these.
Right.
They'll be behind a bookshelf with a hidden wall, a door into a room, into a cavern, and that will be where all the hidden secrets are.
Right.
When we're all dead, they'll find that stuff and go, ha ha.
I just make you laugh today. That's what I did it for.
All right, what you got next there, brother?
Okay. This is Smoky Mountain Speedway.
Okay.
Built 1962. Open 1965. Oh, Lord, 65?
That's the year I was born.
That's back when they had square wheels, wasn't it?
Yeah, they were. It was wagon wheels,
Square, triangle. Okay. Smoky Mountain Speedway, dirt track at Maryville, Tennessee. Former name, Smoky Mountain Raceway. The length is 0.375 miles, 3/4 mile. Converted to asphalt in 1967. Dirt, 1978. November 2nd, 2022. Announced shortened the speedway to 0.37 miles. Racing events, regional and national dirt track. For the several bodies used for NASCAR Grand National Series. First one in 1965, last one 1971. That's a good year for 71.
You think?
Yeah, I was born in 71.
It was a great year.
Thursday, April 15th, 1971. The last race, NASCAR race at Smoky Mountain. 200 laps. 0.520 mile. Paved track, 104 miles. Attendance was 4,200. Average speed was 88. Post speed was 91. Lead changes 3. Winner, Richard Petty, number 43.
Yeah.
Won $1,000 in a 71 Plymouth.
That was one of the best cars ever.
Yes, it was. The pole winner was Friday Hustler, number 39. He won $400 for the pole in the 69 Chevrolet. The first race at Smoky Mountain, Friday, August 13th, 1965. Good Lord, 65 again. Pole speed, 77 miles. Lead changes 3. The winner was Dick Hutcherson, number 29, in a 65 Ford. He won $1,000. East Tennessee Motor Company, Herman Moody Racing. Sorry, folks. Pole winner, Ned Jarrett, 65 Ford, and Buddy Long Ford. He won $240. That's a Smoky Mountain Speedway.
Smoky Mountain Speedway. Sounds like a country song.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
That's what it sounds like. Thank you, Dean. That's Dean's notes. He always does a great job.
Thank you.
And we appreciate that very much for the information. So I just want to, the time we have left, I want to, what do you think how do you think this will end up? It's we don't know.
No.
But what do you think is going to happen here?
I think NASCAR will win. I think they'll win their
You
case.
think they'll win?
Yes.
Okay.
And Front Row 2311 will just dissolve within a year.
Wow, that's a stark. Wow.
I think it'll happen.
I think because of what I think is going to happen is the way that this is presented to the jury, they're going to be given some different options. And what I think is that both sides get something. This is my opinion. I think it'll skew a little more towards the drivers, but NASCAR won't totally lose here. But I think that it won't be a total victory for the drivers either. There'll be some things that NASCAR has to let go. The charter thing, I just don't know how much that would be a part of that if they lose that part or not, which is the real crux of the whole thing.
Right.
The 13 teams that signed, I will say this. Now, again, the overall the law is a funny thing.
Right.
And it's according to how that law is written and what the jury be charged with. And the judge will explain, obviously, how to apply the law here. And so, there's just, it's according to how that legalese is worded and how it's presented to the jury of what they will be allowed
That's right.
to even consider.
That's
so
right.
I don't think they'll be able to, consider everything that we talked about.
No,
but I do think it'll just be, it's going to be over the charter part mostly.
Oh, yes.
And I will say on NASCAR's benefit, even though Hamlin and Front Row and all them would be saying, well, they were forced in or threatened in or blackmailed in or whatever you want to say. But since 13 out of the 15 signed, NASCAR's going to say everybody's happy but them.
Right.
Everybody's making money. What's the problem? So that could be a detriment to them.
Well,
because they didn't all stand together. And some of the stuff I read today, some of the other drivers wanted to,
right,
but they were afraid they would lose this thing and get out of business,
right,
locked out. So I think that goes back to the power they hold.
Well, if NASCAR wins, you're looking at Front Row 2311 is going to sell the whole shebang. Drivers going to get a contract deal somewhere.
Yeah. You think, has Jordan been on the stand yet?
No, not yet.
This is going to be explosive.
Yes.
I think he's got a lot to say. And I think it's going to be hard to hear.
It will be.
I think it's going to be really personal. And he will have a lot of people behind him.
Yes.
And that's also, like I said, I have no clue what will happen.
He has tried to bring in the minority fans into the sport.
Yeah. And they'll, that's going to be somewhat of a charge,
right,
is that they've not done all they can do to do that. They've controlled it and held on to it and made it tried to keep, which I don't know if you can say any of that because the drivers are from California to New York.
Right.
I mean, they're all over the place,
right,
and even international, but
right,
Hispanic and different ones, Australian, but they're going to say we've only had a couple of minority drivers. And then they're going to say, well, team owners, and look, sorry, I can't make money. You're squeezing me out. And that's going to be explosive. It'd be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see what other records they've got a hold of.
That's right.
To be able to present communications, emails, text, whatever it is. What if there's phone calls?
Both
video,
Both teams, our three teams, NASCAR, 2311, Front Row, tried Monday to bring in videos, emails, texts. The judge said, no, you cannot use that in opening statements.
Yeah. Amazing. Barry said his opinion, Elon Musk will buy NASCAR and start promoting Tesla. I do like your idea of the cyborg racing. I don't want to lose what we have, but if we could add another few races that would have race cars with cyborgs in them because nobody has to worry about them getting hurt or anything, wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
To see them going down the track and, just take the restrictors off and let them go.
Well, here's something else that Ken told me the other day. I didn't know it. IHRA is going into circuit racing.
Okay. All right. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Come next year, next March, there's going to be another dirt track racing coming up.
So we're like 65 days or something like that
Yes.
away from racing
Yes.
again. Think about that.
Yes.
65 days. It's going to fly by. Once we get into the new year, it's just going to be right around the corner.
I'll bring in notes next week on the IHRA circle racing.
Okay. We will update you on the lawsuit.
Right.
And we'll dig in a little more to some of the stuff behind the scenes,
Right.
history, videos of past, all kinds of things,
That's
NASCAR. We're working hard. Dean's working hard to get interviews with some more dirt track drivers. Just give us time. We're working on it. It takes a little time. Barry's crazy. When Trump leaves the White House, he will fund MMA fighting, and NASCAR will be under that umbrella. Hey, I would enjoy seeing some of the drivers go MMA. And go
I
to the
would
ring.
too. I would.
Wouldn't that
too.
be cool? The NASCAR MMA round,
Yes.
jump in the ring. I mean,
Yes.
some of them are a bit too old to do that, but some of them that would be funny.
Bubba would get hurt.
Bubba's a big boy. You better watch what you say. Now Kyle's older, but he's a big boy. Hamlin's pretty tall and big. I think somebody like Suarez, he might be in trouble.
I don't know.
He's a scrappy guy.
That's right.
But the long legs of a Hamlin or Zilich or somebody like that would take him out.
Yeah.
Now SVG would do well.
Yeah, he would.
He looks like a rugby guy anyway.
He does.
To me. Every time I see him, I see rugby. Like all he needs is some blood running down his face.
Right.
A couple of teeth missing.
Uh-huh.
That would be great. You just let me and Dean design something up here, and we'll have some fun with it.
Yes. I like that.
All right, folks, that's your show for tonight. We'll be back with sports in a few minutes.
That's right.
We just want to give you updates on things. Again, we're looking at some of the history and stuff, and the lawsuit as well. And if you are out there and you know a driver and they would like to be on, just put them in contact.
That's
with
right.
us. We be like retired, doesn't matter, or somebody connected to the sport. They could have worked pit crew. I don't care if they work the ticket booth. They got stories.
That's
I want to hear them stories.
I'll listen. I'll ask questions.
Oh yeah. So we're out, and we will go out with some music, and we'll see you on sports hopefully in a few minutes.
That's right.
Take care. God bless. This is your Southern Fried Racing Hour, Dean. Salute everybody. We'll see you in a few. Take care. Let me get that song going.
Dave and Dean roll each week, spin the wheels, engines speak, tracks of fire, dust and smoke, southern skies, the throttles choke, fast and fierce, racing souls, tearing through the endless cold, twisting metal, thunder growls, screams of tires, dirt that scowls, cranking loud boys, let it blast, roads of fury racing fast, southern fried racing hours here, fuel the fire, shift the gear, every lap a rebel's dream, gasoline, hearts and the scream, Dave and Dean crown the track, each corner fight, ain't turning back, cranking loud boys, let it blast, roads of fury racing fast, southern fried racing hours here, fuel the fire, shift the gear. Nights alive, wheels embrace, burn the streets, set the pace. Hours, speed's the creed, southern fried racing breed. Southern fried racing hours here, fuel the fire, shift the gear. Nights alive, wheels embrace, burn the streets, set the pace. Hours, speed's the creed, southern fried racing breed. It's a lab, boys, let it blast.